He's our new city council member from District 5. Please welcome to the stage Mr. David Luna. Welcome, David. Good to have you.
How are you?
I'm great.
Great.
Thanks for being here. Let's get this out of the way real quick. Are you in a band?
No.
Okay. All right, go. Do you know anything about Freon?
No, I just know that I need it in my air conditioning.
Yeah, well, there you go. Well, talk to Boyd on your way out.
I'll talk to you.
Well, I know you're the new appointee.
Yes.
We'll talk about that a little bit. Tell us how you got involved and why you ran, and congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's been a really interesting process to actually be on the city council. I've been really involved in nonprofit groups for many years here in Mesa. I work for Mesa Public Schools. I've been doing educational television. And I actually did my first video with Save the Family. I was speaking with somebody from Save the Family about doing a video. So I think it was 1990, and I remember being outside somewhere and it was 122 degrees. And it was the first summer that it actually reached that temperature. So I got really involved in nonprofit groups from Save the Family to Mesa Senior Services, which is now East Valley Senior Resources, I believe, and then I got involved with A New Leaf, and I want to give a shout out to A New Leaf, as well as United Food Bank and all the other nonprofits that I've been involved in, and I've just been very active in the community, just doing a lot of great things, and as a result of that, I decided, this position came available, and I applied, and I was very fortunate to be selected.
That's great. Now, where are you from originally?
I'm actually from Douglas, Arizona, which is a small town on the border. And so I can relate relative to the whole small town. It's nice to grow up, but I'm actually glad that I left, because I went to Tucson. From Tucson, I attended the University of Arizona. I got my, yay, Wildcats. And I earned my BA at the U of A, and then I moved over to Mesa in 1988, was employed by Mesa Public Schools. And during that time, I went to Arizona State University, got my master's there. And
I think ASU wins.
Wait a minute, that's not over yet.
Okay, wait.
And then I went to NAU and I got my doctorate at Northern Arizona University. So I attended all 3 state universities.
That was a shameless plug for our schools. I can't help but notice you keep working your way north.
Yes.
Should we warn the people in Nevada?
Yes, just warn them. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Well, I know you're doing a lot of exciting things. Tell everybody what you did on your 40th birthday.
I always wanted to jump out of a plane in a parachute. And so my wife decided to buy me that for my birthday. And it was awesome. I would encourage everyone to do it. And it seems really surreal because you get into this small little plane and it's flying, you're at 11,000 feet. And all of a sudden I went tandem. I didn't go solo. So I went tandem with this guy, and he was I'm a little guy. This guy was really big. So anyway, I went tandem, and I was afraid, what if he falls on me and crushes me? Anyway, so I jumped out. It's totally surreal. It just doesn't seem like you're really actually flying. And it's really interesting because my professional life, I do video. And they asked me, do you want to be videotaped? And I go, I don't know if I want to do that. What if I look scared? Yeah. And so I finally decided, okay, I'll go ahead and videotape it. I got videotaped, but it was great. It was a great experience. So I really enjoyed doing that.
Wow. Now, where'd you do that? In Arizona? In
Arizona, somewhere by Buckeye, somewhere way out there somewhere.
You don't remember, or is it a secret?
Both.
Well, that's awesome. And then I know you've done some other cool stuff too. Talk about your rafting in Costa Rica.
Yeah, that was a really interesting experience. I was in Costa Rica, and I was in a place called Manuel Antonio. I don't know if any of you have been to Costa Rica. Highly recommend. It's a cool place. So there was this man sitting on this...
What was it called again?
Manuel Antonio?
Okay.
Manuel Antonio. Manuel Anthony. Anyway.
Did you go to school there or anything?
Maybe I should have gone to rafting school. So anyway, I met this guy, and he was an American, and he seemed like a used car salesman. He goes, "You got to do this rafting. It's a great experience." And I thought, well, maybe I should do it. And he goes, and I didn't know anything about rafting. And I guess there's different levels. There's 1 to 6. And he goes, there's a few currents, or maybe 4 or 5, but don't worry about it. It'll be fine. So I said, okay. So I got my whole family, and I should have known there was a problem because there was no pier or anything to, they put you on the river, but you had to jump into the boat. And so I go, okay, I hope this isn't going to be a problem. So we finally get into the boat, and my poor sister-in-law, I just felt so bad for her because she was terrified. She was doing this kind of stuff. Okay, should I jump in or should I not? So anyway, we finally convinced her to jump in. And so here we are moseying on these rapids, just, going on. And all of a sudden, 4 or 5 scale rapid, whatever that is, it was wild. So it bounced a lot of us out of the boat, and it was quite scary. And then the guys kept on saying, "You got to get in the boat. You got to get in the boat." And I go, "Okay, we'll get in the boat. You got to do it now. You got to do it now." So after a moment, we got on the boat, and again we bounced off again. So then we got on the boat, and then as we're traveling towards the end, there's a huge sign that says, "Don't go beyond this point, crocodiles." So. So if you go to Costa Rica, be careful with the crocodiles. So anyway, that was a real cool experience for me.
You have a death wish, don't you?
Yes.
Now, did you have a parachute on at the time?
No.
Okay. Well, that's awesome. And I see here you've done some great things. You've been to Africa.
Yes.
Central America. And talk about your team and the vaccinations. That's a very cool thing.
When I was in college at the U of A, I joined a group called Amigos de las Americas. And we went down to Guatemala and to Nicaragua. And that was a really cool experience. I was a young kid. They sent me out into the jungles, and I would actually meet the mayor and open up these little clinics. So I had the opportunity to do that in Guatemala. We did a nutritional survey where we weighed and measured thousands of kids to determine the levels of malnutrition. That was in Guatemala. And then in Nicaragua, we vaccinated over 25,000 kids. That was just my team. I had a team of 12 people. So we were up in the jungle, and that was a really cool experience too.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thank you.
So what made you decide to take the place of Dina Higgins?
I think I've been so involved with the Mesa community. I thought this was a great opportunity to continue doing service to the community. I'm in Mesa Rotary, and there's some Rotarians here, and service above South. And that's really what my motivation was. It's just a continuation of trying to serve the community, to do good things for Mesa. Mesa's a great community. There's so many opportunities here. And I would like to continue to advance that. We have great business opportunities, and hopefully through my leadership, through my connections, and my participation, we can continue doing that.
Very cool. Good for you. You know what? Before we turn you loose, does anybody have any questions for David? If you do, raise your hand. We'll get a microphone over to you. And if you don't, that's fine. You've probably got some crazy thing to do this afternoon.
Yes.
Jump out of a plane or something?
I have a lot of crazy things to do.
Maybe whitewater raft at Big Surf?
Yeah.
Yes.
I just have a quick question for you.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that you would like to accomplish now that you're in this role? Is there anything that's...
Certainly one of the things that I want to continue to promote is business development. We have so many opportunities in Mesa. I would like to do whatever we can to promote business opportunities. And I would continue like to promote all the nonprofit groups that we have in our community. We have so many. We have Mesa United Way. We have Helen's Hope Chest, which is a great thing for our foster kids, a place that they can go and get supplies. And we have United Food Bank. And there are so many organizations here within Mesa that I would like to support in my role as a city councilman, many of our nonprofit groups, as well as our businesses.
Great question, and we love your answer. Well, David, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you very much.
And being a guest on Mesa Morning Live. Anything else you'd like to share with these fine folks?
No, I think this is great. I sort of knew about the program. Sally and I have been friends for many years, and I knew about the program, but this is a pretty cool program.
Yeah, not bad, huh? We just throw this thing together.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool program. So
you like my place here?
I do, actually. I've been to Crescent Crown a few times. In fact, I did a video for Mesa United Way, and I had the opportunity to have a tour and to actually videotape the person that's in charge of the facility. So.
Oh, very cool. Well, we're glad to have you as a council member. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Taking time out of your busy day. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause, Mr. David Luna.